Bitmain is holding $600 million in Bcash. There's a reason why they're doing it, and a lot of people are going out against Bcash, and I'm certainly not a proponent for it. I'm leaning towards the original Bitcoin, although I'm not a maximalist. I think we should be open to a lot of altcoins, not discount anything. Of course, there's always going to be the crap coins. Regardless, there's a reason why certain players have unpopular opinions and positions in the market. My name is Mike Kubera. Let's get into it. We're browsing through Cobra's Twitter. He's the co-owner of Bitcoin and BitcoinTalk.org. So 10 years ago today, Satoshi registered Bitcoin.org, which was yesterday. Cool. Awesome. Now let's get to the tweet that really matters. Seems like Bitmain owns over 1 million BCH. I'm not a hater of Bitcoin Cash. It's pretty cool, but to own that much of BCH, a cryptocurrency in which Craig Wright is a major influence on protocol, matters? LOL. As a fan of Bitcoin Cash, are you concerned about Bitmain's dominance of hash power on that chain too? Have you been advocating to do a proof of work change? Proof of work change on both chains would be good to remove Chinese government / Bitmain influence. And then he does another tweet. Bitmain holding 1 million plus BCH is a very powerful statement that they have skin in the game and put their money where their mouth is. It's a good and calculated move, and it's not wise to underestimate them. And then another person who said he sold BCH at $6,000. I see the opposite. They have drastically misallocated their resources, squandered their lead as well as the goodwill of the community. They're the majority holder of a toxic asset they can't unload. They were not even greedy. Total failure looms over them. This guy is probably a Bitcoin maximalist, and that's fine. It's just he's biased, so you got to see that point. And here is where Bcash is currently at 551.92. Over the past 3 months, it's been dropping a little bit, but most cryptos have been. The market cap is under $10 billion. A lot of people really hate Bcash. I don't necessarily hate it. I'm just against it. I mean, I don't have that strong feelings against it. You know, it's like, it's okay. Like, I don't really care. And Ripple is doing mighty fine today. Here are the leaked documents that we're going to be discussing today, as you can see within the numbers. This is the amount of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Dash, Ethereum, and other cryptos that Bitmain has. As you can see, there's a lot of Bitcoin Cash that's been diverged. 841,000 goes on to 1 million. By the way, guys, learning Chinese is very beneficial for future business because there's a lot of business happening over there, especially in crypto. So Jihan Wu is the CEO of Bitmain. He announced that he's going to support Bitcoin Cash, and they threw some weight behind it. A lot, hundreds of millions of dollars worth, and unfortunately for them, Bitcoin Cash has fallen a little bit, but maybe it's a move that's going to pay off in the long run. So currently, Bitmain's preparing for the IPO, initial public offering for investors, and there was some leaked documents. Those were shown before. Bitmain's holding more than 1 million Bcash. Now, some investors might be turned off by the fact that Bcash has fallen so much, so they don't want to go into the IPO, but maybe with another bull run, Bcash is going to be a winner, right? And more investors are going to want to go on top of that. Forget about the fact that Bitmain's lost a couple $100 million because they don't care about a couple $100 million. They're dealing with billions. So for them, if they lose even $1 billion, but they're going to gain 10 from it, they don't care. It's worth the risk. The ROI is just too significant for them. A lot of people are just going to focus on the small details instead of looking at the fact that they own, as you can see, 5%, over 5% of the 17.3 million BCH in circulation, and 12.5% of the 8.4 million BCH that have been moved. So the leaked documents aren't the most up to date. It could be more, it could be less Bcash and Bitcoin that Bitmain has right now. But if you look at the top addresses in Bitcoin Cash and the rich list, right, they have anywhere between 664,000 and 1.33 million. Also, Bitmain's liquidating its Bitcoin. So they're down from 71,500 in December 2016, 22,000 at the end of March. It doesn't mean that all the Bitcoin's getting spent on Bcash. It most likely is part of it, but the other part is just selling off to cover certain expenses. Bitmain reportedly expects to rake in more than $10 billion in revenue during 2018. That's up from $2.5 billion last year. And they're going for an $18 billion IPO, which would make it one of the largest IPOs ever. If the firm raises that full amount, it could achieve a market cap of $50 billion or more, and then it would be a large fish playing in the same water that essentially Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, all these giant companies, Alphabet, are in. When you own so much of the market, when you own a couple percent of something, if you're going to sell off everything, you're going to destroy it, right? They literally have the power to destroy completely Bitcoin Cash. But on the other end of the spectrum, they have the power to make it, because when you own 5%, let's say with that amount, you take off 1% and you manipulate the market a little bit, and you try and increase your holdings by buying through a dip. Bitmain is a powerful influencer. They could pull a trick like Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, right? Saying Bitcoin's a fraud, but loading up secretly by himself. Which, by the way, we're going to be speaking about institutional investors and Bitcoin in the next video, so stay tuned for that. The number one most important thing to look at is the actions rather than what Bitmain is saying or any other individuals are saying. So what you saw on Twitter, that's great. You can keep that into account, but don't let it completely dilute your thoughts. Bitcoin Cash is still billions and billions of dollars worth, even in a bear market. These things take time to figure out what's actually going to happen, so never completely cut yourself off from opportunity. There has to be a very good reason why Bitmain is increasing their BCH holdings and liquidating a lot of its Bitcoin. Or maybe it's just a grudge against Bitcoin, and maybe it completely turns them into a horrible company. They lose billions of dollars. You never know. It happens to even the most successful of people. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, I need your help. If anybody's going to get to this point in the video, I'm creating a schedule. What time zone are you in, and what time do you think it'd be good to watch my videos or any videos in general? See you guys tomorrow.